If you had a magic wand and could create anything in your life that you'd want, what would you create? Now, bad thing is we don't have a magic wand. The cool thing is we can create what we want in our lives. And using the first principle or the first habit of the 7 habits of highly effective people will start you down that path. So habit number 1 is be proactive. Now it sounds pretty straightforward, be proactive. And you may think, hey, I'm a proactive person. I go after things when I really want them. But it's a bit deeper than that, because if you really want to live by the habits of success, you need to think about all the different decisions and thoughts you have. And I'll give you an example. So when you have a situation come up, you're going to either be reactive to it and let it control you, or you can be proactive and control the situation. Far too often, we can be reactive and therefore we lose the power of the situation. When we take ownership, when we take accountability, when we take responsibility, we are basically being response-able. When your ability to respond is there. When you're proactive, you take advantage of the situation and shape it the way you'd want it to be. Reactive gives the power away and therefore you don't have it. So let me give you examples of some language. Here's common reactive language. There's nothing I can do. That's just the way I am. He makes me so mad. They won't allow that. I have to do that. I can't. I must. If only. If only I had this. If only this were different. If only, right? So all that verbiage is basically putting the responsibility on what's going on out there somewhere else. It's not our individual faults or responsibility. It's other outside sources. Now, proactive language, let's look at our alternatives. I can choose a different approach. I control my own feelings. I can create an effective presentation. I will choose an appropriate response. I choose. I prefer. I will. Now that type of language really is taking ownership and that responsibility and embedding it. So think about the things that you say or the thoughts that you have. Stephen Covey points out that if you're thinking the problem is anywhere but in here for your situation, that's part of the problem. So when you're responsible and you're being proactive, you take control of the situation and you guide yourself to where you want to go. So if you're not being proactive, how can you ever get to where you want to go if you're letting other things hold you back? So think about that for a moment. And at the end of the chapter, he puts a challenge for you to really take some time to be proactive. And spend 30 days and listen to what you're saying, listen to your thoughts, listen to what other people are saying about being proactive, and then take time to refine that as needed. Take time to really reflect. Are you holding the responsibility elsewhere, or are you taking personal accountability, responsibility for yourself, your actions, and the things that you have in your life? Be proactive, make the right choices, and continue on with success habit number 2 in the next video.